Hey, morning, everybody. It is Monday, February 25th, and time for this week's spiritual discipline. This week's spiritual discipline is more about next week's spiritual discipline. So, Lent begins next week, and Lent always begins on Ash Wednesday, which this year it actually occurs on a Wednesday. On Wednesday, what is that? March 6th, I think, is the day. Anyway, whatever Wednesday next week is. And it's the kickoff of Lent, and there's some preparation that needs to be done. Most disciplines we've been doing, I think every discipline, it's just when I can drop it on you on Monday, you got plenty of time to get it done during the week. The stuff that's going to be happening next week, you're going to have to do some advanced planning. Unless you just have absolutely nothing going on in your life, you're going to need to do some advanced planning for this one there. And so you're going to want to get your calendar out on this one and start blocking some things out. We're going to do 3 disciplines during Lent, I'll be doing videos specific to those next week. You'll start seeing those there with the exam and prayer, fasting, which we've already done that one, and then a day of consecration. We haven't done the exam and prayer or the day of consecration yet. The day of consecration, you're going to want to read up on that this week. So I guess that's the assignment. You don't need to do this week, but I just want you to read it, and I want you to get something on the calendar. It is A2, day of consecration there. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to block out some time. If you've never done this before, if you've never done anything like this before, I'd encourage you to start smaller, but I'd encourage you to start longer than what you think you can do. I've put down 4 to 8 hours. I would say 8 hours is, I think you'll have a hard time with it if you've never done something like this before. Which, by the way, I'm okay with you having a hard time doing things. I really am. In fact, if all of this has been easy, then we've kind of done this wrong. I'm okay with it being hard for you, but I'll just say 8 hours is really difficult to get done. First time I did it, I didn't even get close to 8 hours. It took me some time to figure out how to do this kind of thing, and then it took me some time to figure out to build up the endurance to do it there. And so, but if you've done something like this before, I want you to shoot for 8 hours. If you've never done something like this before, maybe think more like 4. If you think to yourself, 1 would be a lot for me, then I want you to do 4. All right, there, and really block this stuff out, because you're going to learn some things simply from that 4 hours there. But you got to get it on the calendar. I'm going to talk you through how to do 4 hours, how to do 8 hours of just reading and praying. That sounds like a lot, doesn't it? It's amazing the things we've done for 8 hours in a day there. And believe me, you can learn how to do this with prayer and Bible reading. But maybe we'll start with 4, but block that out. Get a calendar out. Now, ideally, this happens on Ash Wednesday, just because that's kind of the kickoff of Lent. It's kind of a nice way to start the 40-day the 40-day experience here. But I recognize that's just not going to be possible for everybody. Now, I always strive for Ash Wednesday, but I'll just tell you this year I can't. My wife's going in for surgery on Tuesday. She's getting her thyroid taken out, and she's got an overnight stay in the hospital, and so we're going to be doing the hospital on Ash Wednesday, and there's just no way to avoid that. And so I'm probably going to be doing mine on Thursday of next week there, and you know what? That's okay there. So, but the key for me, the key for you is going to be, it's like, you got to get it down on a calendar. All right. And block this stuff out there. So then, and then the other stuff, the fasting and stuff, maybe read through that and just start maybe kind of think about what you could possibly do on that. I'm going to send a video next week to give some more ideas on different ways you can fast during Lent. This is last time we did fasting, we only did it for a week. Now we're going to be doing it for 40 days, and that's a totally different experience. And so I'm going to give you some tips, some things that I've learned about how to fast on something for 40 days there. And then the exam and prayer stuff, I think that'll be a pretty, it's a pretty simple one, but I think you can go really deep with that. But it's not going to take much preparation on your part to get that done there. So, but anyway, so get out your calendar, map out a spot for when you're going to do your day of consecration. Maybe report that with your group, and then just start thinking about the fast. And then by next week, let's have that fast nailed down. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. Blessings, guys. Have a great week.